We just secured, where's Jack? Are we allowed to talk about? Whatever. We heard of the 4 pillars of beliefs? This is where limiting beliefs are formed. Our beliefs are formed from the stories that we hear, from the stories that we are told as children. Why don't you think, why do we not like talking to strangers? What are you told as kids? Don't talk to strangers. And then when you get into the adult life, you're told, go and talk to strangers. It doesn't make any sense. I told myself many times, I cannot be successful in business. I don't want to be in sales. I had all the preconceived misconceptions of salespeople. They wear shiny shoes, silly pocket squares, and flash suits. And I didn't help myself because I always liked fashion. But I did. I had all those stories were going around in my head. I don't want to sell someone. I don't want to push something upon them. And Brown hit the nail on the head. Like, if you know categorically that you can benefit the end user because you've asked the right questions and you've attained their wants and their needs, I believe it is your responsibility and your duty to have the skills to get your product or service in their hands. I had to change the stories because your stories become your beliefs. Your beliefs become your values, and your values become your identity. The 4 steps. Stories, beliefs, values, and your identity. You change the story at the start, you change your identity. I'm unrecognizable from the person I was 6 years ago. 6 years ago, at 30 years old, I had no businesses. And I got 3, and I don't work in 2 of them. I don't say that to show off. I'm just saying that right now, anything is possible. You might be sitting next to somebody or somebody on the next table that could change your life. And if you don't have an ability to communicate with them and introduce yourself to them, you'll never find out. Never find out. We just secured, where's Jack? Are we allowed to talk about? Whatever. Is this being recorded? We just secured a 2-year exclusive deal with Mercedes-Benz to be their exclusive trainers in Australia and New Zealand. The contact we got for that, his mum was in hospital being looked after by Jack's wife. Jack's wife had an ability to communicate our message for us to him. He said, I can get you your foot in the door at Mercedes. It's a pretty lucrative deal. Do you think once we've got a success wall in our office up on the Gold Coast, and it's all the logos of businesses that we work with. I think when people see the Mercedes badge, it looks pretty good. So we knew we wanted that. Because Jack had trained his wife very well. That's a lie. She spending money. She trains him. She had an ability to communicate our message for us. So the point of that is that right now, I promise you there will be somebody in this room that can take you or your business to another level. I used to be too scared to talk to people.